Hey everybody! So it is currently midnight, so it is technically Sunday. I kept my promise and didn't start this vlog until it hit Sunday, but I did start Blanca y Roja, and first of all, this book is amazing without the dust jacket. Second of all, this book is just really good so far. I only started it a little bit ago, and I'm already on page 113, I believe, and there's only like 370 pages, I want to say, but I figured I'd start out strong and just keep reading until I fall asleep. But first, I wanted to bring attention to these beautiful gifts. I forgot to mention them in my last vlog, but my amazing friend gave them to me, and this is from the, the Nerdy Post boxes, I believe. And these are both Harry Potter things. So it's a quote that says, "Fear of a name increases fear of the thing itself." And that's a Hermione quote. And then this, if I can get it to focus, is a Nerdy Post exclusive Unforgivable Curse. It's patchouli, berries, oak, sugar, and citrus. It's a candle. And you guys, oof. It smells so good. So I think I'm going to light it and, you know, see how strong it is. I really enjoy candles, and this smells like a version of bubblegum, but just a little bit different. So we are going to light it. If I can keep my hand steady. Am I the only one that has trouble lighting new wicks? There we go. Let's hope it smells amazing. So for the friend who gave me this gift, I know you're going to be watching this. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do greatly appreciate you, and I'm glad that you're a part of my life. Shout out to them for being one of the best friends I've ever had in my entire life. That's right. I just finished editing, and now I'm uploading my vlog for tomorrow, and then I don't know why I just covered the camera. Sorry, guys. I'm absolutely flying through this book. I'm already on part 3, and that is page... well, where are the pages? Ah, page 149. So, I'm really liking this, and like I said, I'm blowing through it, which is pretty good because I kind of was feeling pretty burnt out because of this readathon, because I didn't pick a lot of tiny books, or I didn't really balance it out between like smaller books and bigger books. They were all pretty hefty books, and some of them were high fantasy, so it was just really killing me, not gonna lie. But I'm good with this one, and I really, really like it. It is currently 1:40 a.m. My video is scheduled to go up, and I am, let me open this up, almost to, I think, part 4. I'm on page 206, and like I said, I'm really liking it so far. I'm over halfway through it, but since everyone around me is sleeping, it's making me want to sleep, so I'm gonna do that. I will talk to you guys tomorrow, or well, technically today, but I haven't slept yet, so tomorrow. 289. I only, oh, come on, you can focus. I only have about 83 pages left. And if I'm being honest, I did not want to read anymore in the slightest. I feel very burnt out after reading a bunch of like almost 500-page books all week, but it brought me back in again, which is really good. I'm really enjoying this, and I'm probably going to take a shower and then finish up this book and then give you guys a wrap up. Guys, I just spent the last like half hour looking for these glasses, wondering where they went, only to figure out that they were under my wallet on my desk. So that's something. I'm gonna continue with Blanca y Roja because after all this fuss to find my glasses, I'm gonna read some more. Alright guys, I finished Blanca y Roja, or Blanca and Roja. You know what that means? Means I'm gonna struggle to color this in because I'm looking through the camera. Woo, that is a crappy job, but that's okay. We've reached the end of Fall into Fantasy. How exciting is that? I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling pretty burnt out. I'm probably gonna take a break from reading until 'tis the season-a-thon, not gonna lie. But I feel really successful with the overall challenge, and that was to read 4 fantasy books, which I did, and then there were 8 smaller challenges, and I managed to complete 7 of them. I've been checking this off along the way, as you guys have seen. So now I'm just going to go down the list of challenges and tell you guys what books went to what challenges and how I felt about them. And also, if you're wondering what this is, it keeps track of what I rated these books, because I read a lot. Also, I will be leaving out The Dream Thieves because that was originally going to be my sequel, but because I started it before the readathon started, I personally decided it didn't count. Alright guys, so the first book I read was Throne of Glass, and this was so I could start a new series. That was the challenge. And I rated this 5 stars. It had me emotional, it had me laughing, it had me on the edge of my seat. I was actually like outwardly reacting to it, and that doesn't happen a lot with me with books. I'm usually pretty like inward, so like had me gasping and like I was tapping my friend's shoulder like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. So this was just a really good book, and I do plan on continuing this series. I'm surprised it took me so long to pick it up. Actually, I've had it on my shelf for a while now, so I don't really know what I was thinking with that. The next book I read, well technically listened to, was The Brilliant Death, and I want to say that's by Amy Rose Capetta. I don't have the author on hand right now, but I rated that like a 4.5 stars, and that was for my LGBTQ book and my diverse book. It was beautifully written, and I really loved it, and it was a really interesting twist on a fantasy. Like, it's something that I haven't seen before, so it's just really, really cool in my opinion. I liked it more than I actually thought I would. I grabbed it because it was a buddy read for that day, and I ended up not being able to stop listening to it. I just kept listening until I was finished. The next book I read was Cucumber Quest, the 2nd volume. This is the Ripple Kingdom. Also, I'm sorry if the lighting is kind of weird. Now, if you guys have watched my Spookathon wrap-up, then you know that I didn't really enjoy the first book. But I decided to purchase the next one because I liked the characters, and this one, 4 stars, way better. I'm really enjoying it. It made me laugh, and it was really cute, and I'm really glad I purchased it and do plan on purchasing the rest. The next book I read is Caraval by Stephanie Garber. I rated this 4 stars. It was alright. I would read the next book, but the ending just wasn't that great. Like, everything was so good leading up to it. I really enjoyed reading it, and then the ending was just lacking and very predictable. But overall, I did like it. It was a solid book, and I will read the next one, which I believe is called Legendary, and then there's one that's called Finale. I think it's a trilogy. So the next book I read was 6 of Crows, and that was, Caraval was for a book that's been on my TBR for way too long. I've had it since last year, I want to say. But the next book I picked was 6 of Crows, and this is by Leigh Bardugo. I gave this 4 stars as well. I have a feeling the rating would have been higher, but because it was towards the end of the readathon and I was feeling really burnt out, it was a drag for me. But I did really love the characters, and this was another one that had me outwardly expressing my emotion. So I did really enjoy this, and I'm going to be picking up Crooked Kingdom, preferably within the next year. The next book I picked up and listened to was Blue Lily Lily Blue. I actually listened to and read this one because when I wasn't listening to it, I couldn't not read it. It was so good. I rated this 5 stars. This is the book that has officially made me fall in love with the Raven Cycle series, and I do plan on reading the last book. And this book, it was so good. I can't describe how much I liked this book. It was good. It didn't make me feel like dragging on. It kept me on my toes. Nothing went the way I thought it would, so it was really good. This was for the sequel. I was going to read Dream Thieves, but I started it beforehand, yada yada yada. So this was my sequel. And now lastly, the book I read final for a new fantasy was Blanca and Roja, or Blanca y Roja, I don't really know. This is by Anna Marie Miclemore, I want to say. I don't entirely know. This is about two Latina sisters, and it's a take on Snow White and Rose Red, and I loved it, I loved it, I loved it. Even when I didn't want to read, I still wanted to read this. I still wanted to get through it. It didn't drag on, and I was feeling really burnt out earlier, but this helped me a lot. I have a feeling if I didn't end with this book, I would be totally dead right now. So this was a 5-star read for sure. And now I'm gonna call myself out on the books that I did not get to read. The first was, I believe, A Fire and Stars, and I don't remember who that's by, but that was originally gonna be my LGBTQ book, but I just didn't get the time to read it. The next were two buddy reads, and that is Beast Made of Night and Forest of a Thousand Lanterns. These, I didn't even try Beast of the Night because I was feeling so burnt out. I'm sure I would have loved it and I should read it in the future. And Forest of a Thousand Lanterns I tried, and it just wasn't something I wanted to read at the moment, but could see myself reading in the future. Sadly, I did not get to the booktube recommended pick that I had, and that's The Night Circus. I was really looking forward to reading this, but I don't want to read it while I'm all burnt out because I truly do want to enjoy this book for everything that it is. So that's why I decided not to continue and to end the readathon here right after Blanca y Roja. Overall, I feel like this readathon was another successful one. I did have a lot of fun even though I was feeling burnt out towards the end. And just overall, I would do this readathon again, but I'd probably be a little wiser about the size of my books. But yeah, that is the end of Fall into Fantasy and the end of these vlogs. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your book-loving friends. And I will see you this Wednesday. Bye!